Yes, sir. What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy Denali, aka Don Squally, and in today's video, we are back at it with, you guessed it, another Forza Horizon 5 build video up in here. Like, let's be honest, man. What else will we be playing right now? You guys know this channel was built on Forza, and it'll probably die on Forza. Once Forza decides they're not making any more video games, to be honest, I'll probably start going back and buying like the originals, like all the way up until now, and doing like some classic videos on those ones. But if you guys can tell from the title of today's video, you already know what's about to go down. Now, when I was playing Horizon 4 for the last little bit before we ended up buying Horizon 5, I was toying with the idea of doing a Range Rover build. Now, I recently got the Barn Find 1973 Range Rover, but they didn't have any of these more modern Range Rovers. So what I want to do in today's video is take care of probably... Dang, the Velar, I've never seen that before, is probably take care of the Range Rover Sport. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is a supercharged 5-liter V8 motor, and I think that would be absolutely sick. So what we're going to do is go ahead and buy up, let's buy up, I don't know, like this cream color. We are at the castle, which... the garage is actually outside, so unfortunately we're not able to see these colors too well. Sun's just starting to poke up over the clouds here, so hopefully by the time we're done the build, it's light enough that we can actually get some decent shots and see what we're doing out here. But first and foremost, we're going to start with the upgrades here. Now, let's check out some of our conversions, even though I'm pretty much sold on the engine that's on this thing. So we got the Power Stroke, diesel, V12, or a V10. I mean, this vehicle's more than capable of making some serious power, so I think we're just going to go ahead and stick with what we got there. We are going to keep this all-wheel drive because I do want the power. Oh my, what is happening right now with this body kit? That is absolutely gross, man. Maybe it's the wheels, maybe it needs to be lowered, but that is just not cool, man. Ugly ass body kit there. So we're gonna go ahead and skip the body kit, needless to say. Front bumper options, we got a big old bush guard here or the front splitter. We're gonna pass on both of those. This is an SUV, not a race car, and even though it is an SUV, it's not gonna be an off-road SUV. Do we have any decent hood modifications? No, we do not. So I mean, if we were doing an off-roader build, this would probably be cool, but we're not doing that. This thing is going to be strictly a street build, and I want this thing to be able to keep up with like Lambos, Ferraris. I want this thing to be making some serious jam up in here. So I guess next up we're gonna check out some different wheel options here, and when I find something that I think suits this build, I'm gonna let you guys know. I've checked out a couple of different options, and I think we're going to go with these Rotiform OXRs. Now, the thing about these that I like is they almost look like an OEM wheel just with the design of them. And I think if we can beef these things up, oh yeah, buddy. What's that, a 24? Throw some 24s on here. Maybe do like a polished steel or something like that. I think this is going to look really good on this truck. So now that we got that out of the way, let's check out our drivetrain options. Now obviously all these Range Rovers are automatic, but we're going to upgrade the clutch just to say that we did. Differential, I am going to upgrade to a race diff because I do want to be able to modify some of the settings to get a little more power going to the rear wheels. We're going to go ahead and upgrade the brakes here. Suspension is going to get slammed to the ground. Oh, wow. That is a fiery setup, Sonny. I'm not going to lie. Any roll bars not necessary, weight reduction not necessary, and we're definitely not putting a cage in this thing. Now that we got all that out of the way, I want to start making some power. So we're going to start out intake and exhaust for sure. Woof. Oh yeah. Then we're gonna go ahead and upgrade the camshafts. You do get a lot of power in the top end with these things. And next we're gonna do the supercharger, and that's putting us into an S1 class. Most definitely making some power. Flywheel we're gonna upgrade. I'm almost compelled just to do a max upgrade on this thing. Should we max it out? What the hell? Let's go ahead and max this thing out. I want to see what it can do. This truck, you know, Range Rover has a reputation for being a very fast truck, very luxurious truck, obviously. But I've watched enough YouTubers who own these trucks to know that unless you got deep pockets, you better not step in this ring, man, because these trucks, they'll bankrupt you. And to be honest, when I see somebody driving one of these on the street, I'm truly envious of them, more so than somebody who's driving like a Lamborghini or Ferrari, because I know what happens when something goes wrong with one of these things. And the fact that you got the balls to keep driving this goddamn thing, you know, hats off to you. Let's just say that. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade our differential here, put a little more power to the rear wheels. Now that we got that out of the way, comes the designs and paints. I do have a idea in mind here. I kind of want to have just a blacked out Range Rover here, but the problem with that is you really don't get to see a lot of these crisp body lines. So I think the only other logical option would be to do it completely white. Now I'm going to go ahead and throw the ice white on here. Even though the sun's not up completely, you can see that's with the black roof, this thing's going to look like a beast. And for the wheels, I had the idea to do like a polished steel, but I don't really like the chrome. Do we have anything a little bit darker? The gold would look pretty dope too. What do you guys think of the white with the gold on here? I would like it to be a bit darker than this, but we can adjust the paint. So let's go ahead and see if we can do something custom on here. I don't know. I'm almost compelled to do them in this carbon fiber, but then I see the center cap is like still silver, which kind of makes me now want to go to, I mean, the brushed steel. But even the brushed gold looks good, man. Let's go ahead and drop on this brass semi-gloss. The gold looks a little too pink, or is that copper? That's why it looks pink. Let's go ahead and throw on the brass, which I'm going to just call gold here. And then let's go ahead and tin up our windows. Brakes are already red, and that's pretty much a wrap for this thing. This is looking mean as all hell. And now that we got the paint out of the way, it's time to take this thing out on the road and see what it can do. Keep in mind, this is a completely maxed out supercharged Range Rover all-wheel drive. So I'm expecting to see some serious numbers with this thing. Now, I'm not sure how the handling's going to be, because it still is a very heavy vehicle. And we did put a good majority of the power to the rear wheels here. Just ripping. Yeah. This thing is definitely boogieing. Whoa, okay, controller's disconnected. Seems to be a common reoccurrence here. I was like, is this thing really losing traction that much? Okay, can we get it together here? Trying to make a video, yeah. Alright, so we're back on the road here. And handles really nicely. Absolutely rips. Like for an SUV this big, full-size Range Rover. Let's get a shot inside. Oh, can really hear that supercharger now. That is sick, man. Woo, you really hear that supercharger now. Yes, man. Now, over the course of the day, I've recorded quite a few videos. We've done a 300ZX. I'm going to record all my videos usually on one day and then release them, you know, over time, slowly but surely. And I gotta say, man, out of all the cars that we've built today, the 300ZX, I think we did the GTO, the Mitsubishi, we did the Plymouth Cuda, Chris Rudnick's E30. I'm only gonna keep a few of them. Actually, there's only one that I am gonna get rid of, and that's Rudnick's E30. Not because I don't like it, just because it's just I got way better BMWs to drive. But this thing, I think this one's going to be sticking around for a while. Because if there's ever some SUV races that I'm going to have to take part in, I want to be able to drive this thing, man. Just listen to it. Absolute beast. Woo, just downshifting. And now that I'm driving it, I did a lot of like really fast, nimble sports cars today, and after driving this thing, this actually, it rips really, really good. Like, it handles great, really fast. I'm overall really impressed with this build right now. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm thinking that's pretty much gonna be a wrap for this one. So let's head into town, as we often do around this time, and put an end to this video. Super successful build. I just love when, you know, a lot of times when we do builds on the channel, I'm not really sure how they're going to turn out. And I'm not going to lie, this was definitely one of them. You just don't know how these big off-the-wall builds are going to turn out, especially when when I'm styling these vehicles. As you can see, this is kind of a weird combo with the gold wheels, the white and the black, but it turns out, you know what I mean? It turns out pretty good. Sometimes it doesn't, you know what I mean? Especially when I'm making, like, you know, pretty quick decisions here. I get the opportunity to think about it a little bit when I'm making these videos, but ultimately I want the video to be able to flow, so I try not to dwell on decisions too much, right? So, you know, sometimes I take chances that don't always work out, but I'm glad to say that this one definitely did. But yeah, I'm thinking we're probably gonna put an end to this video. So if you guys did enjoy this one, don't forget to smash that like button. If you guys want to see more and you're not subscribed yet, definitely do so. Got a lot more coming in the near future. And as always, let me know if you guys have any requests. And with that being said, I'm your boy D Nolly, aka Don Squally. We gonna catch y'all mofos at the next one, man. Peace. Oh no. Oh no! Oh! Oh no!